McLaughlin, Student Body President, Kurt will offer a welcome on behalf of the class of 2022.
Good morning. My name is Kurt McLaughlin, and I am the Judge Memorial Catholic High School Student Body President. Mark Long, Superintendent, Ms. Nikki Ward, Associate Superintendent, Mr. Patrick Lambert, Principal, faculty and staff of Judge Memorial, parents, family, and friends, and members of the class of 2022, welcome to our commencement ceremony. We are truly joyful that we can all be together for this special day. In a few short moments, class of 2022, we will receive our diplomas, culminating our high school years at Judge Memorial. We are grateful to our parents, teachers, coaches, and counselors for all they have done for us. We know that when we go forward from today's ceremony, we will take many of the lessons that we have learned from you. Thank you again for sharing this special day with us.
Thank you, Kurt. I'm going to ask you to remain here on stage. Not only was Kurt the Student Body President this year, he has also earned the high award of Salutatorian of the class of 2022. Kurt is an honor graduate and is one of the 10 first honor graduates recognized for high achievement in AP and honors courses. Throughout his time at Judge Memorial, he has also been named a National Latin and National Mythology exam medalist 3 years in a row. Kurt was also given the honor of being named a U.S. Senate Youth Program finalist. In addition to these achievements, Kurt has earned the Presidential Service Award twice. Kurt has shown great leadership in not only our student government, but in other areas of school involvement as well. Kurt founded the Allies Club and has kept the club going with support from Mr. Pantlick and Mrs. Sabatka. Kurt has been a technical production stage manager and mock trial captain. He has also shared his talent with the school by playing the harp for various performances and events. Kurt came to Judge Memorial from Cosgrove and will carry on his education at Columbia University. Here he plans to pursue a degree in political science with a minor in race and ethnicity studies. Ladies and gentlemen, our salutatorian, Kurt McLaughlin.
No surprises, I promise. It's like very small things. Thank you, Mr. Lambert, for that kind introduction. As Mr. Lambert said, I'm Kurt McLaughlin, and I'm so honored to stand before you today as your salutatorian. Upon receiving the title, I had many people ask me, what does salutatorian even mean? To which I reply, I'm second in my class and I have to give a speech. To prepare for the speech, I decided it would probably be worth knowing the story behind the title. So please bear with me because I'm going to talk etymology for a second, and I promise this is the only Latin that I will mention in the speech. I was under the impression that salutatorian had something to do with saluting, a send-off, a goodbye. But this is actually Michael's job as salutatorian, which comes from valdicere, to bid farewell. Salutatorian comes from salutare, which means to greet. To greet? It seems almost contradictory at a ceremony based on farewell. But as salutatorian, I not only have the responsibility of greeting all of you lovely human beings to this ceremony, but I also have the great honor of welcoming my peers to the next chapter of their life. Judge has been our launchpad, a ground control for lessons, learning, and growth, but ultimately a place we must leave to begin our next adventure. We've been training and dreaming for this moment for a long time, and now it's finally here. The path before us feels daunting. The next chapter remains unwritten, but that is the beauty of it. It is time for us to write our own stories. The pen is poised in your hand. What kind of story will you write? As someone who devoured novels as a kid and was dubbed the quote wordy wonder by my 6th grade teacher for my over the word count essays, I've always had a passion for writing. So if you're struggling with writer's block and not filling the empty page before you, allow me to offer you 3 tricks for storytelling. Tip number 1, create a strong cast of characters. Sitting in Mr. Sevenfire's classroom the first week of high school, I distinctly remember doodling a little astronaut floating among the stars in the margins of my notes, scrawling ground control to Major Tom underneath it. At the time, I felt a lot like that little astronaut, floating in the stars, far above the world, but most notably, I felt lonely. As an incoming freshman 4 years later, I start to feel those same fears of loneliness slowly sinking back in. I am once again that little astronaut, untethered, floating among the stars, looking out at the universe. The world feels so big, and I feel so small. But I have to remind myself that that was not the end of the story for the little astronaut. My freshman year of high school was one of my favorite years because of the people in my life. My family, my friends, and they grounded me. Trips to Dolcetti, late nights at Village Inn after football games, moments of spontaneousness and silliness formed me the person I am today. They filled my life with love and adventure. They taught me how to live. Dynamic characters make or break a story, but you have to go and find them first. Do not let your fears get the best of you. Put yourself out there because you are a person worth knowing. Surround yourself with people that make you happy and push you to be a better version of yourself. Find friends who love you for who you are. Dean Douglas remarked that this time of year is the best time to be around seniors. There's a palpable sense of friendship and camaraderie in the air. There's a certain ease about our class now that lingers. Now that the lines that we drew freshman year dissolved. I almost expect us to start seeing this together from high school music. Remember this tension. Don't let first impressions and preconceived judgments cloud your perceptions of others next fall. Treat each new person like a friend, because you never know what lessons they may hold for you. This is only the beginning of the story. Adventure awaits, but you cannot expect it to come to you. It is our time to explore the cosmos and step out of the capsule if you dare. Tip number 2. The plot should progress the story. A couple weeks ago, I had the pleasure of attending my first protest at the Capitol. Marching through the streets, I was surrounded by hundreds of young people carrying signs, uniting and calling out for change. I not only felt empowered, but I felt filled with hope for the future. As a generation, we are so often tasked with saving the world. We have always been a generation of ideas, but we now must become a generation of action. Saving the world is no longer a task filed for future problem solving. It is knocking on our doorstep every day. We must rise to the occasion. As you begin to put pen to paper, ponder how your story fits into the bigger picture. Our time judge has taught us how to be builders of a more just society. Whether it's uplifting a teammate, volunteering with the vulnerable, speaking out against oppression, fighting for climate action, or being authentically yourself, use your story to progress the world around you. The lessons, challenges, and growth forged in the pandemic have shown us that we are fighters. We are shakers and movers. We must use our voices for progress. As we embark as citizens of the world, we must have a duty to be vessels of change. There is greatness inside each and every one of you. You just have to reach out and take it, because we have the power to make it happen. We have the power to change the world. Tip number 3. Don't write for others, write for yourself. Occasionally during junior year, when we were singing every night, I would wake up early to go to the 5:30 in gym class just to feel something. On my way back home, I would drive up the winding streets by my house, pull over, sit on the roof of my Subaru, and watch the sunrise. The glow stretched over the valley, and breathing in, the world seemed to stop spinning. It was just me and the horizon. I felt effortlessly alone. To quote Daniel Kurt, you have to start romanticizing your life. You have to start thinking of yourself as the main character, because if you don't, life will continue to pass you by. And all the little things that make it so beautiful will continue to go unnoticed. So take a second and look around and realize it's a blessing for you to be here. This is your story. It can be anything you want it to be. A blank page may terrify some people, but others may see it and sigh with relief. This is your time to be the person you have always wanted to become. You have the space to find not only what makes you happy, but the space to find yourself and embrace that journey. Don't waste your life trying to make others happy. Live a life that makes you happy. Live the life you want to live. Search for the moments that make you feel alive. Whether that's the contentness of watching clouds and sunset, the warmth of a fresh cup of tea, the rush of adrenaline from finishing a live performance, the excitement of first date, the laughter of a room full of friends, the privilege of being all together, the joy of simply being. Live your life with purpose and give purpose to your life. Hopefully by now you have gathered these are not just pictures for the king, but for living, and kind of a cycle for metaphor. Don't be frightened by the dangers of the challenges ahead. Relish it. When you live for people, for progress, and for purpose, you will have no issue using your story for meaning and happiness. I am so incredibly proud of the people we have become. Look at where we started. Look at where we are now. We are all astronauts, ready to reverse the cosmos and change the world. We are not floating among the stars, we are reaching for them. Class of 2022, welcome to the next chapter of your life. Go forth and write your story. Thank you.
Thank you, Kurt. I would like to begin my